True Crime Review, an unflinching gaze into the depths of human depravity. The podcast covers current crime news, updates on cold cases and resources for research and investigation. True Crime Review often discusses disturbing and violent crimes, so listener discretion is advised.
Okay. Welcome to episode 7 of True Crime Review. Townville Elementary School shooting and the murder of Jacob Hall. A quick technical note before we get into the substance of episode 7. This is an emergency audio episode. These episodes include at least one emergency audio call or something similar like police radio traffic, and this one actually includes both, which is why I changed the name from 911 or 911 episode. Another reason I changed the name from that is because I realize how silly and kind of stupid it sounds. Anyway, I try to keep the length reasonable, but at least so far I have not cut out any actual audio from any of the calls or recordings. And I say actual audio because what I did do on the police radio traffic recording that I'm going to be including in this episode is I truncated all the silence. The unedited audio, the original file, will be on the website, and I'll include a link to where you can find that. And if you want, it's about 28 minutes long, and it essentially follows in real time what information dispatchers had and what officers were en route to the scene. I did cut out the silence, and that cut it down to about 9 minutes. And part of that was obviously because I don't really want a 2-hour episode of the podcast. But also I think because even though it's not an exact replica of what happened that day, it does lend it a certain sense of immediacy, and it sort of lends it that extra tension, I think, to hear things going boom, 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 one right after the other, because, and the fact is there's urgency in these people's voices, but with a lot of police radio traffic and stuff like that, it's very, sometimes, it frankly gets boring. It's frankly hard to follow when there is a narrative, and there is a narrative here. So I've cut that down. That's down from 28 minutes to 9. If you want all 28 minutes, you absolutely will have access to it on my website. As far as the 911 calls go, there are a lot of beeps, a lot of censorship beeps, primarily I think for the names of minors. The original audio will also be available on the website for the 911 calls, but I have edited those to bring down the volume of the beeps substantially, just because they are, in the original files, they are ear nightmares. And especially if you're listening with earbuds, they're just not, it's painful. So I took them way down and made them much shorter in duration. Again, you'll find all the original files right now. They're all at truecrimereview.net/911. Maybe I'll figure that out later and rename it, but everything will be there. There's going to be 2 911 calls in this episode with about 9 minutes of police radio traffic about the actual shooting in between. those calls. I'll make sure to include chapter marks, so you should be able to skip if you don't really want to hear the 911 audio. You should be able to skip to the police radio traffic and vice versa. If you don't like this setup or this format, please let me know, because it's probably going to be alternating. Every other week is going to be an emergency audio episode. And so these will alternate with what I call full episodes, even though they're not really much longer than the emergency audio episodes. But it's as far as news goes, and looking at a resource in depth, and looking at a cold case in some depth. That's why I call those full cases, or full episodes. Okay. An introduction to the Townville Elementary School shooting, which occurred on September 28, 2016. Whenever I say a news organization like CBS Reports or CNN, as I read on CNN, something like that, there will be a link in the show notes. You can absolutely find all the links, all the sources I used for the whole episode. For this episode, you can find it at truecrimereview.net/podcast/EP7. CBS reports Jesse Osborne had been homeschooled after being suspended for bringing a weapon to school. According to WSPA News, Osborne had brought a hatchet to West Oak Middle School sometime in 2015. UK newspaper The Daily Mail adds that Osborne had also brought a machete to school, although it's unclear whether he brought it during that incident or another incident. There's also compelling evidence, to which I'll link to, that Osborne once attended Townville Elementary School, which is the one that he targeted in this shooting. On Wednesday, September 28, 2016, 14-year-old Jesse Osborne shot his father Jeffrey to death in their Townville, South Carolina home using a handgun. He then drove to Townville Elementary School, where he called his grandparents on their mobile phone, quote, sobbing and mumbling unintelligibly. His grandparents decided to check on the home next door to their own, where their son and grandson lived, having been concerned by Jesse's call. It was then that they found their 47-year-old son, Jeffrey, dead. Jesse had driven his Dodge Ram truck 3 miles from his home and onto school property at Townville Elementary, jumping a fence to access the playground. 1 minute after making the phone call to his grandparents, shortly before 2 p.m., Osborne opened fire on the playground, hitting 2 children and a teacher. 2 teachers called 911, and 7 minutes later, law enforcement descended on the school. However, Osborne was actually apprehended at the scene by volunteer firefighter Jamie Brock, who the New York Daily News reported had been working with Fire Chief Billy McAdams on his farm when they were notified about the shooting. Brock arrived on the scene before police and subdued Osborne before he could enter the school. Osborne was subsequently arrested. Jacob was one of the 3 people shot at Townville Elementary School on September 28th, and he was the only fatality among those shot at the school. He died of brain injuries caused by cardiopulmonary arrest, resulting from blood loss he suffered when a bullet ruptured the femoral artery in his leg. His family would tell reporters that he fought like one of the superheroes he loved so much. But 3 days later, on October 1st, 2016, at about 1 p.m., at the age of 6, only 3 days after being shot by Jesse Osborne, Jacob died at Greenville Memorial Hospital in South Carolina, surrounded by family. What you will hear next will be 2 911 calls placed from within the school. One of them made at 1:45 p.m. There will be a recording of about 9 minutes of police radio traffic in between these 911 calls, just to give a sense of how events unfolded on both sides of those calls. Prosecutors have filed to try the 14-year-old alleged murderer Jesse Osborne as an adult, but the court has not yet scheduled a hearing on that motion. Osborne has been charged with 2 counts of murder in the deaths of his own father Jeffrey and of Jacob Hall. He also faces 3 charges of attempted murder and 5 charges of possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime. I want to note here that there is a lot of other information floating around, especially about Jeffrey Osborne, the shooter's father, the shooter's deceased father. Most of what I left out of this introduction is not confirmed, so I didn't think it was appropriate to share it here. You're all adults. I'm sure you'll find it if you want to find it. But all I ask, if you do look for some of this information, just maintain a healthy skepticism about it. Nothing that I omitted from this episode is corroborated in any meaningful way. So that's why I left it out. And finally, I'll try to mention this at the end, but please look at the show notes for a link to the news station Fox Carolina about what you can do if you're interested in helping students, the school, the community, or Jacob's family in the wake of the shooting.
Anderson County 911 case emergency.
We have a shooting at Townville Elementary. A little boy has been shot, and we have a man outside of our building who is the shooter, and his truck is still in our back playground.
And his truck is at the back playground?
Yes, and he is walking around. The shooter is walking around, and our little boy is downstairs. We've got the school in lockdown, and we are doing the defibrillator, and he's bleeding horribly.
How old is the ma'am? How old is the child that's been shot?
The child who was shot is... We're doing the defibrillator right now. Come on, baby.
Ma'am, where's he been shot at?
It looks like in his leg. We have somebody with a wrap holding his leg from bleeding.
Is he conscious? Is he breathing?
No, he's going in and out of consciousness.
Tell me what the person looks like that did the shooting, ma'am. Is he a white male, black male?
The man looks about over 6 feet. He's wearing what was a black, was it a black shirt? Yes, a black shirt, a baseball hat, and he looks well over 6 foot tall.
Ma'am, is he a white male or black male?
White male. He's still standing outside our school.
At the front of the school or the back?
It's in the back of the school, and it's not the back parking lot, but his truck is, and he is on the south bottom corner where our 4K classroom is. He's at the south corner on the first floor, which is the back side.
Do you still have eyes on him, ma'am?
Do you still have eyes on him, the bad guy? No, not at this moment. My phone doesn't reach very far.
Okay, do you know tell me what kind of gun he had? Did he have a handgun, a shotgun?
Gun he had. It was a black one, and he shot twice. I've got the first grade teacher in here, and the aide that was in the room, and
Okay, do you know who this man is that shot him? Is this the child's father?
Man is. We do not know who this man is. He just opened up the first grade door and started shooting.
He opened up the door and started shooting?
Just opened up the door and started shooting. Is he still back? He's still outside. He's still outside.
Stay on the phone, ma'am. Stay on the phone. They're coming as quickly as they can. Are you with? Yes, we've got an ambulance on the way. Are you with the child?
The child just blinked, but his lips. Okay, his lips are turning blue. His eyes are, but he's moving. He's moving his arm. Yes, we need EMS badly. The man is outside the south end still.
Don't know.
It sounded like more of a revolver type. Yeah, I'm on 911 too. We really need an ambulance.
They're coming, ma'am. They're coming as quickly as they can. Where are you located in regards to the school?
Okay, I am inside the building on the first floor, room 120, and the little boy is in my room. We pulled him over to my side because I do not have windows.
Okay, you said you're on the first floor, room 120, and you're with the child?
Room 120, yes, ma'am. And there's a back entrance. If they come towards the buses, we can get them in a lot faster than going through the front of the building. But his truck is down there, though, too, so... Hold on, baby. Oh, good job. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Ma'am, somebody's in there doing CPR on the child?
Someone is doing CPR right now.
And you've got something controlling the bleeding?
Now somebody is next door that has been hit in the foot.
You've got another person that's been hit?
We have another first grade child who has been hit in the foot. Okay. We're finding out who it is.
Is that a child or an adult?
It's a child. It's another child that's been hit in the foot. He moved his leg on his own.
Is he conscious, ma'am?
He's breathing.
Is that second patient in the room with you, ma'am? The one that's been hit in the foot?
Over.
Okay.
What's that room number? 121.
He's in room 121?
Yes. Do you have glass on you? Something, well, still, we need you. She does, okay. All right. The teacher does have a wound on her. She keeps saying she's okay. I see something in your jacket, honey.
I need to know if that person's been shot, ma'am. Do you know? Can you tell me?
Yes. In her left upper shoulder.
So she has been shot?
It looks like there is a bullet in her jacket. It didn't go through her, but it hit her hard enough where she has a bit of he will be.
So we've got a person shot in the leg, the foot, and one in the shoulder. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
No. I don't want to get No, you're not. You're okay. Okay, we have a responder in the room now.
There's a responder. Okay, let them take over, ma'am,
Yes,
okay?
we have.
I need you to stay on the phone with me, though, okay?
I will stay on the phone. I will.
Don't hang up with me until there's an officer in there with you, okay?
I won't hang up.
Ma'am, can anybody see where the shooter's at?
I don't know where the shooter's at, but the responder has a gun. He's one of our firemen from Townville.
Okay, that's fine. Is he taking over the child?
He's getting help.
Okay.
He just left, and he's.
Is there any way to safely get those people that are hurt in the same room together?
I can go. I have to put the phone down to do it.
Just leave it open line, okay?
I won't hang up. Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am.
I'm still here. I'm here, ma'am.
Okay. We've got IV plugged in. We've got the little boy. We've got cuts. We've got the police on the first floor. Sheriff is in the building, and I've got the little boy who has the foot thing going on. I've got his foot elevated to his knee.
Is he in the room with the first responder?
He's in the room with the first responder, but they are working on the child.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What about the lady?
He's in another room down the hall.
Okay. All right. So have you got an officer in the room with you?
We have the officers are in the hallway. We've got a firefighter who is doing first responding.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let you go now, okay? And they're going to take over, okay? Thank you.
All right,
bye.
Mitigate 1, I have you en route 105 Townville School Road, 105 Townville School Road, stage for law enforcement in reference to possible shooting, elementary school.
217 Station 1. Central 71 is clear return.
10-4.
County Alpha 32, you know what kind of firearm he has?
10-4, I'm trying to get you all that information right now.
10-4.
County Tango 35, I'm in route code 3.
10-4, the shooter's going to be a white male, all black clothing and blonde hair. 10-4, he's going to be about 6 foot tall, black shirt and a ball cap. He's outside the school right now.
County 2 Slick units en route.
10-4.
County, do we just have one call on this so far?
Negative. We have several calls on it. They're advising that the child that's been shot is on the lower level around the back of the school.
See if you can get Air 1 up to assist.
Copy that.
County Kilo 30, Air 1 be in the service in just a minute.
10-4.
Alpha 20.
Yeah, I got some SWAT, 10-9 guys.
10-4.
Copy that, track.
County Sierra 10 en route. County Kilo 10 en route.
Kilo 10, copy.
County Victor 12, Victor 85, Victor 24 en route.
Copy all those units.
The University was on scene at Riverside.
They don't know. They just know the black gun. They have IT opened up the first grade door and just started shooting. And they're advising it sounded like an automatic gun.
10-4.
County Victor 40 is around.
Peter 45. Negative at this time. As far as they know, the shooter's still outside.
Situation.
Alpha 1's been advised. I'll go ahead and put you on it. Tony Cook.
City is Alpha 1. Due to the situation in the county, let's keep all unnecessary traffic just to a minimum unless you absolutely need to.
County Kilo 20.
Kilo 20.
Notify Oconee County, advise them of the situation.
back of the school property over Oklahoma County. Got them en route, see if they can lock down the back side of the school forward.
10-4.
County Whiskey 46. I've been Raboso. I've been 1017.
10-4.
County K930. Like I said, I do have a prisoner, but I think Oconey's got a unit circling the school at this time.
That's affirmative. All units responding, they do have another subject that's been hit.
Make sure everybody knows it's Townville. We got some going to Williamson.
I'm not sure why. It's Townville Elementary School that you need to be out to.
County, we also got Charlie 41 and Charlie 43.
10-4.
County, can you get a good description and give it to us over the radio on Channel 3, please?
Affirmative. It's going to be a white male, 6 foot, tall, black shirt, and a ball cap. They said something about a truck being crashed into the fence behind the school that they think he come there in. He was last seen headed out of the back of the school.
Copy that.
Alright, Charlie 33 en route. Charlie 33, copy.
Whiskey 44 en route, 187.
5, go ahead.
Big cat number 290349. Close out, cleaned up.
And Alpha 20.
Hello, 2 Central. Who's the channel 2?
Do it. Central 10-9 traffic.
Can you go to channel 2?
Squad 9, available Squad 8 personnel, Party 1. For a gunshot wound, 150 Osborne Road, 150 Osborne Road. Double straight fire timeout, 1355, medic 9-3, go ahead.
Central Kilo 6, can I get a physical address for Townville Elementary?
Go straight down 24. Thank you.
Kilo 38 on the scene.
Kilo 38, copy on scene.
Responding to Townville School Road, Townville Elementary School, go to Ops 1. Move all radio traffic to Ops 1.
The post office will be on your left. There's a road that forks off to the left. Take that road. It's right there on the right.
Continuing to clear. We're going to find the gun. In handcuffs. I need somebody to come to the back side of the school at the playground and take custody of him.
First unit that gets on scene, go around to the playground on the back side of the school and take custody.
Alpha 32, I copy you guys. Once that's it, tank.
Alpha 32, we got a gun on the playground. We're going to try to keep everyone away from here. I need another unit to come secure the gun for the crime scene back here. We're moving into the school. He says there's no second shooter, but we're moving to clear.
Victor 34's on the scene. Right here at your vehicle. Victor 34, drive around and take custody of that suspect first. Alpha 32, do you know where the Oconee County?
I'm in service in my vehicle. I'm going to head towards Townville unless it dies further.
10 more, go ahead and that way.
Central Alpha 1.
Alpha 1.
Have they requested us yet?
Can you just give me a call, please?
Central.
It's been cleared for minutes worth 7685 now.
10-4. You can go ahead and post as well, just in case.
We're going to head towards Zion Fire.
Well,
1 kilo units is clear in the front. 10-4. Alpha 20, they need somebody to shut down 24 coming back in the backside of the school. And do we have a unit that's out with the weapon yet?
County Kilo 20.
Go ahead.
County unit on scene. EMS also.
Contact Oklahoma County. I need for them to lock down Highway 24 at the county line. If they can lock down Highway 24 at the county line, we still got a lot of oncoming traffic.
10-4, they're already launching Lifeline. Can you advise somewhere where they can set up a landing?
10-4, there's an athletic facility behind Townville Elementary School. Be 2 ball fields right behind the school. Advise them they can land in that field.
10-4.
County Victor 34 on Channel 2.
Go ahead.
You also have a call at 105 Osborne Drive up here in Townville.
Alpha 20, Victor 12. We're on scene. Highway Patrol's got that weapon secure. We're going to assist and clear.
Victor 34 County, that's affirmative. It's at 150 Osborne Road. Male subject has been shot.
This should be 10-7 subject up there.
They can't advise if it's self-inflicted or not.
Got it. Send off for a phone call.
I fly.
Thank you to TN Alpha 7. EMS on the Channel 2, you hear me?
Yeah, I want to check on Channel 1. I think they moved all the traffic to 1.
Thank you.
Make 919, can you advise? Do we need to go on into the school?
Stand by. Nobody else has arrived with just yet.
10-4, I'm at 24 and 85.
Central. ALS 97. Were they asking about coming on in? I was on a different channel.
That's affirmative. I need to know if all the medics can enter or how many is needed.
8-1's on scene. I'm going to continue to have one more ALS unit continue to the scene and let everybody else stay at the moment because it sounds like we only got 2 confirmed patients.
Temple, we did have a report of a third patient. I'm not sure. As soon as you find out, let me know. Medic 919 Central.
Go ahead.
You can enter at the school. Medic 949 Central.
919 copy.
49, 24 wow.
Temple, if you'll still stay to the double bridges until we find out further.
Central Squad 9, could you advise what you have 9-3 doing? Are they entering the school?
Central ALS 97.
ALS 97, okay.
I'm on scene. I'm going to be on the Sheriff's Department Channel 1 for a minute trying to figure out where all these patients are and I'll switch back if I need to.
Temple, copy.
Central ALS still on scene.
Copy, ALS still on scene.
Front of the school. They're sending patients out everywhere. Channel.
Steve, I've got 1-9 transport truck here across the schoolway.
Osborne County advising, we have a shooting at 150 Osborne Road, 150 Osborne Road, Townville address. The address of your detained shooter. We need a unit to go there for a patient who has been shot. County out 1411.
Central Medic 949.
Go ahead.
Central EMS 115 on Ops 2.
Go ahead.
You advised where you were saying you were needing another med unit to back in school.
EMS 1, Central EMS 1. ALS 97, Central ALS 97.
Central EMS 115. Who did you have to take command?
Nobody. So far, I believe we gave it to EMS 10 just because.
Anderson County 911, what's the location of your emergency?
Okay, with the Townville Elementary, we have an active shooter. We have a child down.
Okay, you said Townville Elementary?
Suspect, black hat.
Please
hurry. Ran around back.
Whiskey Mike suspect, and he ran out the back door?
He ran around back. They said that the student has been shot outside. He was wearing a black hat.
Okay, you just said this was Townville Elementary?
It's Townville Elementary, yes ma'am.
Please hurry!
I'm getting them on the way.
There's one child that's been shot. He's downstairs. He's downstairs in the hallway.
Okay, where's the student at?
He's downstairs in the hallway around back. The shooter's outside. I'm thinking he maybe got shot on the playground. I'm not sure.
Okay,
He got the kids in, but there's one kid injured. He's bleeding out. I don't know where he got shot.
Okay, is anybody with the student?
Yes, there's teachers out there in the hallway, but we're trying to keep all the kids safe in the room.
Okay, it's gonna be okay. Okay, I got help coming as quickly as they can. Do you know if the suspect is still inside the building?
He's not. He never was inside. He got out the door. He developed some kind of vest and dropped it on the ground. He said, "I give up. I give up." He never came inside. We're thinking we didn't hear. We just heard a gunshot. We were outside, but we're thinking that it was it happened on the playground. We're thinking it happened on the playground because the shooter never came in the building, but we just heard gunshots. They ran all the kids in, and the shooter was out there behind them. They
don't know what he was wearing or anything. They just know it was a white male.
He had all black, like hat, black shirt. It's all black. Blonde hair.
All black clothing and blonde hair.
And he's young. And I have a lady telling me that his truck is crashed into the fence of the playground in the back of the school. Please hurry this baby.
I promise you, honey, they're coming as quickly as they can, okay? I got everybody on the way to you, okay? We're trying to get somebody there as quickly as we can, okay?
Anderson, this is Oconee. We do have deputies on the way as well.
Okay, thank you so much.
We're on the line.
We're in the lower level. The baby that's been shot is in the lower level of the school in the hallway. Oh, God.
there, and that's the only child that you know that's been hit, correct?
The only one that was hit. That's
Okay, I promise you they're coming as quickly as they can, okay? I'm right here with you, okay?
Okay.
I promise you, we got numerous people on the way. Oconey's on the way too.
Okay, we also have investigators en route. They may be in unmarked vehicles.
Okay. Okay. Do you know how many teachers are with the student?
I can't see them. We're in a classroom.
Okay, I promise you.
There was at least 4 and the nurses with them too.
Okay, all right, that's great. Okay.
Down there with them, and the principal's down here with them.
Okay. Does anybody know where the shooter went?
He was just walking around. All we could do was at the end of the hallway where the double doors are. We could just see him out the window walking around. He just looked really confused walking around. We don't know where he went. We just know he's outside. We're just hoping all the doors are locked so he can't get in. Oh my God.
I promise they're coming as quickly as they can, okay?
What type of gun it was?
Does anybody know what kind of gun he had? No, I don't know. Nobody. There's people in my room right here. There's 4 of us in this room, and nobody knows what kind of gun. Listen, I could hear the shots from inside, and it sounded like maybe a heavy caliber bullet. It didn't sound automatic. And it looks like he took his vest off and dropped it and dropped to his knees. And then it looked like he had some boxes of bullets that kind of fell with him. But I don't know. I mean, I was like 5 feet away from him just trying to get the kids in the building. Yeah, he was standing right at the door. He didn't come in. He was standing at the door when she was trying to get all the children in. He was standing right behind the kids, and he would just throw his arms up and would just saying, he gave up, and all the kids were trying to run in, but we didn't see a gun on him whenever he was doing all that. They said those kids out there with his kids from the playground. There's no more kids out there on the playground. I know. But I was afraid
Okay, nobody can see him though outside right now. Are there any windows around you that you can see out of?
Oh, to open the doors. We're in a classroom. Everybody's in a classroom.
They're all in the classroom? Okay. That's great, okay? Y'all are doing a great job.
Everyone's in the interior classrooms. And even the students that are across the hall or the doors to the playground, they all came across. So there's no one that's near a door to the outside.
Okay, that's great, okay?
Yeah.
Anderson County, we have a deputy who just went on scene.
Okay, y'all do great. Thank y'all so much for your assistance.
Not a problem. And just to confirm, EMS is rolling on your end, correct?
Yes, we do have EMS on the way.
I couldn't see his face. I just knew he looked young. He was very upset and said, sorry, I give up. And he took the best one, he took it off and dropped it. I put it in his truck, and I started going. And he crashed in the ground. He got out. And I was like, what? What's going on? Holy shit. That's what worried me with the kids. And some of them were way in the back. I was like, oh yeah, come on, let's go. And he was there when that was worried. He came in the playground.
Okay. Well, have y'all seen anybody else or anything?
We just seen one person.
Okay. Y'all just saw the one guy? Okay.
Yeah, and this lady that was out there said that his truck wrecked into the playground fence.
Did they tell you what his truck looked like?
Yeah, his truck looked like she's thinking maybe it's a dark color. Nobody had time to see.
No, that's perfectly fine. Y'all are doing great. All that information is very helpful, okay?
Hey, my phone is really low on battery, so I'm hoping it doesn't die. Should I give you another phone number?
Yeah, what's another phone number?
I'm her daughter.
Okay.
I get lunch with her.
Okay.
This is Kearney County again. Do you know if that man was known to the students, or if he's a parent, or is he a stranger? Do we know?
Nobody knows if he's a parent. Nobody knows right now.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
This is Anderson. Our deputies will feel if your deputy can go around and lock the back door.
Lock the back door?
Yeah, see if he can lock the back entrance.
Okay.
It should be locked.
You said that you think the back door is locked?
They should be. They're automatically locked.
Oh, Tony, do you know where your unit is in the school? Can you get his exact location?
I was literally about to go leave. I'm glad I did. I was about to go get in my car and leave, and I'm so glad I did.
Anderson, this is County.
Yes.
Could we just get it on tape that you're requesting assistance going around back as well? Okay.
Yeah, so Anderson County is requesting your assistance.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
They got him?
Okay, y'all just make sure you stay in the classroom, okay? Don't open the doors for anything, okay?
Just heard it, we just heard one of the teachers outside in the hall say that they think they may have got him down to his hands and knees because he gave up. So I think someone got him. I don't know who's out there.
Okay, well, I'm going to stay on the phone with you, okay, until I know that somebody is there with you and that you're safe, okay? I'm not going anywhere until they're there with you, okay?
Okay. So we're all classrooms. All the classrooms are full. Yeah, all the classrooms are full of people. We just have 4 people in here. And we're all adults. We're just worried about the children.
No, I understand, okay? Y'all are doing a great job. Okay, we still got units on the way. Oconee, do you know if you have any more units on scene?
Yeah, we still have units en route, just our one deputy on scene.
Only one deputy? Okay, I'm showing that we have one on scene, I'll say.
Okay. And we also have word that we have a firefighter, or there's a subject, Jamie Brock, that has a subject on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we heard from someone that somebody had him on the ground.
Ma'am, do you know if the weapon is secure?
Does anyone know if the weapon is secure?
We don't know. Anderson County is not aware.
Okay. Okay.
We just know that someone has him secured on the ground.
Okay, yeah, we do have one subject detained, okay?
Okay.
Copy that, Anderson.
Okay, thank you for your help, Oconee.
Okay, thank you. Do you want us to stay on the line?
It's up to your discretion, whatever.
Okay, we'll stay on as long as y'all stay on, just to make sure the student's okay and your deputy is okay.
Okay, yeah, they do have the suspect detained. Okay. And they have secured the gun. The gun is on. They have it secured on the playground.
Okay, very good. I will go ahead and disconnect.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Okay, ma'am. Well, I'm going to let you go since the deputies are there and they have him secured, okay? Y'all did a great job.
There's 2 people.
There's 2 shooters? Ma'am.
Someone is saying there's 2 people. But nobody sees them, so there's 2.
Ma'am, you said you think that there's a second shooter there?
Someone is saying there's two. Someone is saying there's two. I don't know. All responding units to the front door. There's sheriffs in the hallway now.
There's sheriff's officers. There's officers in the hallway.
Yes, but they want all units to the front door.
Yeah, I want you to stay exactly where you're at, okay? They'll come to you whenever they're ready for you to do something, okay? You stay right where you're at, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and I'm here as long as you need me, okay?
Okay.
Y'all are doing a wonderful job, okay?
Oh my God. What? It's EMS.
Yeah, we have medics on scene, we have firefighters on scene, we got officers on scene, we got everybody we got to come out there, okay?
We're gonna have to hang up now, okay? That's all.
Okay. Okay, if y'all need anything else, y'all call us back, okay?
Thanks, hon.
Alright, thank you.
So True Crime Review is my way of doing a small part to give victims and their families a voice in the wake of awful crimes like this one. And that's why I will frequently read statements issued by the families of the victims, or where possible, the victims themselves. And I usually read those in full. So the following is the full statement released by Jacob's parents on the day he died, October 1st, 2016. Quote, "Our son, Jacob Hall, who was shot at Townville Elementary School on Wednesday, died today surrounded by family at Greenville Health System Children's Hospital. Jacob came into our lives 6 years and 4 months ago and changed it completely. He showed me how to love, laugh, and smile, even on days when we did not want to. God gave him to us, and he was taken away from us by a senseless act. We know that Jacob has already forgiven this child for what he did to him and to his family, because that's the kind of child Jacob was. Jacob was sent to this earth for this short a period of time to show us that there is such a thing as pure love. Jacob is in heaven with God now and everyone who loves him. Words cannot express how much we will miss him. We want to express our thanks and appreciation to the community for the outpouring of love and support. We also want to thank the doctors and nurses at GHS Children's Hospital, who did everything in their power to try to save Jacob. And to Miss Hollingsworth, who put her life on the line to try to protect and save Jacob. We also want to thank Preacher Blizzard and the staff of Oakdale Baptist Church, the Townville Rescue Squad, Townville Fire Department, Fire Chief Billy McAdams, and all of the first responders. This is an extremely difficult time for our family, and we ask for privacy as we continue to grieve the loss of our beloved son." Unquote. The cover art for this episode, and for some reason your podcatcher does not display it, you can see it on the website, is a heartbreaking photo of Jacob's older brother Dale, dressed as Superman, at his little brother's superhero-themed funeral. Dale stands in front of his little brother's casket with a picture of Jacob above it, almost looking down on Dale. And he's smiling. And you can't see his brother's face because he's facing Jacob, but you can see a sadness in his shoulders. You can see in his posture just how heavy the loss of Jacob weighs on him. Thank you for listening to episode 7 of True Crime Review. Please, please, please rate us on iTunes. Even if you don't listen to us on iTunes, you listen to us in any one of the many, many other ways you can listen to us: on Stitcher, on TuneIn Radio, on Overcast for iOS, on Pocket Casts for iOS and Android. Just so many other ways that don't even come to mind right now. I can find them all on the website. But even if you don't listen to us in iTunes, leave us a review, if possible, in iTunes. It really does. I know every single podcaster practically begs you in every single episode, but the fact is that reviews, especially positive reviews, I'm more concerned with honest reviews, but the more positive reviews you get, the more exposure you're going to end up with in the iTunes store, which is obviously how you can build an audience. So if you don't use iTunes and you don't feel like making an Apple ID, just to leave a review for True Crime Review, just review us wherever you listen to us. Send me an email at podcast@truecrimereview.net. Just give me your opinions one way or the other. And I will incorporate them. I think that you will see in my iTunes reviews and maybe in a few other places that people have had complaints, and I've taken them to heart, and I've tried to improve based on that stuff. You can find True Crime Review on Twitter at TrueCrimeREV, because True Crime Review is too long to make a Twitter username out of. So on Twitter we're at TrueCrimeREV, and everywhere else you can find us at True Crime Review. That includes Facebook, Instagram, Audio Boom, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Pocket Cast, Overcast, just about anywhere else you can think of. We are there, and our username is True Crime Review. I think we're even on Pinterest, and I'm not really sure how we're going to use that yet, but I think we are there. The website is over at truecrimereview.net, and it will always have the best copy of the show notes. Most other platforms, I'm going to just have a bit.ly link, probably to the website itself, where I'm going to have the full show notes, which in some episodes include things like embedded PDFs from Scribd, embedded videos from YouTube. So really important, I think, to have a look at the website, to kind of follow along with, or to follow up with when you want to know more about a particular case. We're going to try a little experiment this week. I don't have many listeners yet, so I don't know if anybody is going to take me up on this, but we do have a voicemail box now. So if you are so inclined, you can call True Crime Review at 936-209-3828, and you can leave us a voicemail. And chances are, if you leave us a voicemail in the next week, you're going to be one of probably a single-digit amount of people who do it, and you're probably going to end up in the next episode, as long as you're not cursing me out or saying anything so intensely mean that it's going to make me cry. And that's that. This has been episode 7 of True Crime Review. And until next time, remember, that families deserve truth and victims deserve voices.